In 2016, the world watched as Donald Trump defied all odds and clinched the US presidency. Many were shocked, but to millions of Americans, Trump's rise was no surprise. How did a billionaire businessman, with no political experience, become the voice of so many? How did Donald Trump tap into the deep-rooted grievances that swept him into the White House? In this video, we'll explore how Trump capitalized on discontent, frustration, and anger to build a political movement that reshaped America. The decline of the American dream. For decades, the American dream promised prosperity, security, and upward mobility. But by the time Trump announced his candidacy in 2015, many Americans felt this dream slipping away. Jobs were disappearing, wages stagnating, and communities were being hollowed out, especially in the so-called Rust Belt states. Trump seized on these economic fears. He painted a bleak picture of a country in decline, a nation that had been ripped off by bad trade deals, weak leadership, and the outsourcing of jobs. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," struck a chord with those who believed the country had lost its way, tapping into cultural and social divides. But Trump's appeal went beyond just economics. He also tapped into deep cultural and social divides. For years, many Americans felt that their values and way of life were under attack. Political correctness, rapid social changes, and immigration stirred anxieties. Trump positioned himself as the defender of traditional values, often railing against elites and the media. His blunt, unapologetic style resonated with those who felt left out of the national conversation, people who believed the government and the media didn't speak for them. He didn't just talk to these Americans, he listened to their anger, their frustrations, and their fears. The power of anti-establishment sentiment. Trump's rise also reflected a broader trend, a growing distrust in political institutions. For many Americans, Washington, D.C., had become synonymous with corruption, incompetence, and gridlock. The political elite seemed out of touch, while average Americans struggled. Trump, a political outsider, positioned himself as the ultimate anti-establishment figure. He attacked both Democrats and Republicans, promising to drain the swamp. This message resonated deeply, especially among voters who felt betrayed by their leaders. The role of media and populism. Media played a huge role in amplifying Trump's message. His presence dominated the news cycle, and his use of social media, particularly Twitter, gave him direct access to millions. He understood the power of spectacle, using provocative statements to keep the spotlight on him. His populist rhetoric, claiming to be the voice of the forgotten man, helped galvanize a base that was angry at traditional media, career politicians, and global elites. Trump framed himself as the only person who could stand up to the powerful forces holding them back. The 2016 election, the perfect storm. By the time the 2016 election came around, Trump's message had reached a fever pitch. He had captured the frustrations of millions of Americans who felt left behind by globalization, cultural shifts, and political gridlock. Against all expectations, Trump's campaign brought together a coalition of disillusioned voters, working-class whites, rural voters, and those dissatisfied with the direction of the country. The establishment was stunned as Trump rode this wave of grievance all the way to the presidency. The legacy of Trump's grievance politics. Trump's rise to power didn't just reshape the Republican Party, it transformed American politics. By tapping into long-standing grievances, he created a new political movement that persists to this day. Even after his presidency, the divisions he tapped into remain deeply ingrained in American society. As we look ahead, the question remains, how will America confront these grievances in the future? Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the forces shaping our world.